Leonardo DiCaprio has been publicly mocked, aged in front of the entire world, dated women half his age while the internet roasted him relentlessly, and through all of it, his pull on people has somehow only grown stronger. That isn't fame doing that. Fame fades, and his hasn't. Psychologists who study attraction and behavioral influence have quietly identified a specific pattern in the way he moves, speaks, and carries himself, a pattern that operates completely below conscious awareness. Most men will never recognize it, but it's been running the whole time.
And what makes him so damn irresistible? Mystery is magnetic. Starting with the obvious. Leo doesn't talk much. You won't see him ranting on Twitter. He doesn't overshare in interviews. He rarely posts anything personal online. And that's the point. Psychologists call it the information gap theory. When people know just enough about someone to be curious, but not enough to fully understand them, their brains stay hooked. Leonardo masterfully protects his mystery. He lets people imagine more than he reveals. And in a world where everyone is oversharing, that makes him rare. That rarity? It's seductive. Emotional control. Watch DiCaprio in any interview. He's relaxed, calm, measured. He never tries too hard to impress. No loud laughs, no fake enthusiasm, no erratic energy. He speaks slowly, chooses his words, and maintains eye contact. This behavior triggers what psychologists call high-value composure. People who can remain calm, especially under pressure, signal confidence and emotional security. Two deeply attractive traits. It tells the world, I don't need attention. I am the attention. And guess what? That calmness isn't arrogance. It's control. And control is magnetic. Dominant without dominating. There's a subtle difference between someone who's dominant and someone who's domineering. DiCaprio never acts aggressive. He never needs to overpower anyone. But he carries a silent dominance, projected through his body language, tone, and overall presence. He speaks less, but when he does, people pay attention. His movements are calm and deliberate. He walks slowly, never appearing rushed. In conversations, he often leans back, exuding a quiet confidence and ease that signals complete comfort in any environment. That's alpha behavior without the ego. It's soft power, and that's far more seductive than loud masculinity. Intelligence plus curiosity. Here's something most people miss about Leo. He's obsessed with learning. Whether it's climate change, art, or international politics, he dives deep. He's spoken at the UN. He's hosted climate summits. He collects rare art and knows its history. And that matters. Because studies show that intellectual stimulation is a top trait women find attractive in long-term and short-term partners. He's not a himbo. He's a man who thinks deeply, speaks thoughtfully, and acts purposefully. That kind of intelligence, it's not just impressive, it's irresistible. Pattern interruption. He's unpredictable. Leonardo doesn't follow a script. He constantly switches things up, showcasing his range and unpredictability as an actor. From portraying a romantic hero in Titanic to a manipulative stockbroker in The Wolf of Wall Street, and then transforming into a revenge-driven frontiersman in The Revenant. He refuses to be boxed into one type of role. This versatility keeps audiences intrigued and ensures he never becomes predictable. Even in his personal life, he doesn't marry, doesn't settle, and doesn't conform. This unpredictability creates pattern interruption. a psychological trigger that makes people pay attention. The brain loves novelty. It remembers surprises. And Leo is never boring. Whether you love or hate him, you're always watching. Purpose-driven lifestyle. Attractive people have passion. Leo has purpose. He's not just acting to make money. He's using his platform for something bigger. Fighting climate change. In 1998, at just 24 years old, he started the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. Since then, he's donated tens of millions to environmental causes. He speaks at global events, funds wildlife preservation, and even produced documentaries like Before the Flood and Cowspiracy. Why does this matter in seduction? Because people are drawn to mission-driven individuals. Purpose is sexy. And when you fight for something beyond yourself, you become more than a person. You become a movement. He's comfortable being flawed. Leonardo doesn't try to present a perfect image. He's been mocked for his dating preferences, often involving much younger women, and criticized for partying on yachts while advocating for climate action. He's also been the subject of countless memes, skits, and tabloid headlines. Yet through it all, he remains unfazed, never attempting to defend or explain himself. But here's the kicker. He never reacts. He never tries to defend himself online. He doesn't give interviews to clear the air. He just continues living his life. That level of non-reactivity is power. It shows that external opinions don't shape his identity. That self-assuredness, even with flaws, makes him more human and, ironically, more attractive. Style that doesn't scream. Look at DiCaprio's wardrobe. He's not covered in logos. He doesn't wear flashy jewelry. He doesn't follow Gen Z fashion waves. Instead, he keeps his style timeless, favoring neutral colors, classic cuts, and clean grooming. His look is defined by subtle elegance rather than flashy trends, reflecting a quiet confidence that doesn't need to shout for attention. He dresses like someone who doesn't need to try. Because the real seduction isn't in the clothes, it's in the man wearing them. In psychology, this is called signal clarity. He's not signaling wealth through noise. He's signaling value through simplicity. Scarcity increases value. DiCaprio is rarely accessible. You won't see him on reality shows. He doesn't do podcasts. He rarely shares private moments with the media. And this scarcity creates demand. It's the same principle that drives luxury brands. What's rare becomes desired. By staying low profile, he keeps the world curious. He becomes a puzzle that people want to solve. And that keeps him perpetually interesting. He lives by his own rules. This might be the real core of his seduction. He doesn't seek approval. Not from Hollywood, not from fans, not from critics. He dates who he wants. He picks roles on his terms. He disappears for months, then returns with a masterful performance. This independent identity is what makes him untouchable. He doesn't chase validation. And that's why validation chases him. In seduction theory, this is called being the prize. And Leo, he's always the prize. Let's sum up the key components of Leo's irresistible charm. Mystery, never overexposes himself. Emotional control, calm, collected, and unfazed. Silent dominance, commands presence without shouting. Intelligence, deep thinker and lifelong learner. Unpredictability, keeps people guessing. Purpose, bigger mission than himself. Flaws with confidence, imperfect but unfazed. Understated style, elegance without noise. Scarcity, less available, more desirable. Self-rules, lives for himself, not applause. This isn't about looks. It's not about youth or money or muscles. It's about how you move, how you think, and how you carry yourself. And that's why, even as he grows older, Leonardo DiCaprio remains irresistible.